Picture this. A video of a crime is shown in a courtroom. The jury? They're totally convinced. But what if that video was a complete fabrication, cooked up by an AI? Well, we're about to dive into a crisis that's making us question the very nature of proof itself. A world where the pixels are now on trial. For more than 100 years, this wasn't just some old saying. It was like the foundation of the modern courtroom. A video, a photograph, that was your silent, unshakable witness. It was the rock on which cases were built and verdicts were handed down. But today, that fundamental trust has totally crumbled. The rise of these hyper-realistic AI-generated videos and images, deepfakes, has just shattered our faith in what we see. And that right there is the central question we're tackling today. What happens to our idea of justice when the evidence right in front of our eyes can't be trusted? How does a legal system even work in a world like that? So the first major battleground for this is a legal idea called authentication. See, before a jury ever lays eyes on a piece of evidence, it has to get past the judge first. And that's exactly where this whole system is starting to break down. At the very heart of this is something called Federal Rule of Evidence 901. Just think of it like a bouncer at a club. All it says is, before you can show a piece of evidence, you have to prove that it's the real deal, that it is what you say it is. And wow, has this changed. For decades, authenticating a photo was, a pretty low bar. You just have a witness get up and say, yep, that's a fair and accurate picture of what I saw. Easy. But today, it's a high-stakes, technical battlefield. Judges can't just rely on what someone remembers anymore. They have to be digital detectives, trying to spot signs of incredibly sophisticated AI fakes. But the problem is actually way, way more sneaky than just fake evidence showing up in court. The most dangerous fallout from all of this is a concept called the liar's dividend. Okay, this is the real danger. The liar's dividend is what happens when a guilty person caught red-handed on a totally real camera can just stand up and yell deepfake to create reasonable doubt. This simple possibility that a video could be fake becomes a weapon to undermine evidence that is 100% authentic. So this creates this double whammy crisis for the justice system. First, you've got the direct fraud, people trying to use fake videos to frame somebody or create a fake alibi. But that second step, this epistemic rot, is so much worse. It's like a virus of doubt that infects all digital evidence, to the point where even the truth starts to look suspicious. So how in the world do we fight back against this? Well, the answer lies in a new generation of digital forensics. We're talking about a whole new arsenal of tools designed to expose these digital ghosts. In this forensic toolkit, there are a few key weapons. First, experts always demand the native file. That's the original, raw data straight from the camera. This is so important because it's packed with metadata, which is kind of like the file's hidden DNA. It's got clues like GPS data and what camera settings were used. Then they use something called a hash value. Think of it as a unique digital fingerprint for that file. If even one tiny pixel is changed, that fingerprint won't match anymore, and boom, you've proven it's been tampered with. This whole forensic arms race is pushing us toward a brand new age of verification, where we're actually building technology from the ground up specifically to protect the integrity of evidence. And there are two big ideas emerging that act like digital notaries. First, you have blockchain, which can create a tamper-proof chain of custody for a file. Any change would be instantly obvious to everyone. Then there's something called the C2PA standard, which basically embeds content credentials, like a digital passport, right into the file itself. It tracks its entire journey, from the moment it was created all the way to the courtroom. So here's the bottom line, the huge shift in thinking we all have to make. For centuries, evidence was basically treated as real unless someone could prove it was fake. We're now walking into an era where every single piece of digital evidence has to be treated as guilty, as a potential fake, until it is forensically proven innocent. And of course, this new reality means that lawyers and judges need a completely new set of skills. We're talking about a deep kind of digital literacy, being able to read complex forensic reports and spot the tiny telltale signs of AI manipulation. The future isn't just about having better tech. It's about combining that tech with smart, savvy human judgment. Which really leaves us with one final and kind of unsettling thought. As this technology just keeps getting better and better, as the fakes become truly perfect, we have to ask a much deeper question. In a world like that, what will it actually take for any of us to believe our own eyes?